吗？没有问题了。All right. So today I pretty much talk about the how to select your photo. Right. Most of the time when we're taking photo, there's a lot. You can see that I already delete a lot of the photo because some of the photo I really don't need. I want to keep my drive smaller. Right? But just like stage, usually it's about like 2,000 or 3,000 pictures. If I shoot it for a day, can be 5,000 or 6,000 photo. So you can mention that, oh, I don't do stage, so I don't do a lot of photo. You can say that's fine, but if you go for a vacation, couple days, come back, at least couple hundred of photos. Now, if you are thinking 1 second for one photo, if like couple thousand photo, it would take you an hours to try to look at all the photos. But usually it's more than 1 second, like this photo. Right? You maybe enlarge it and try to look at it. All right, is it clear? Everybody okay? Or something like that. So at least couple seconds for one photo. Now, if you spend a lot of time try to look at all the photo, and can be take you all day, just select a photo. Now, in Lightroom, there's much stronger than Photoshop is because they can do photo management. So today, let's start to look at some of the stuff first. Right. So the most important thing is this line, right? Under library module, you see that? They have this one, right? Pretty much the same. So if you change it to develop module, pay attention if you change the develop module. See, it's pretty much the same, but just a little bit different. So what is this about? Right, so let's go back to library module. Now you may say, oh, mine is a little bit different from what I show you. So the first thing, you see that all the way to the right-hand side, the triangle. When you click it, it will have all the stuff that they show. You see that the one that I check it, it showed up in here. The one if I check it. Now let's say if I hit zoom, check it. See, you see the zoom, it showed up in here. Now if I say, all right, I don't want that. I just go down there and I just deselect it. See that? It gone. So now if you find out it's a different, so you can try to set it up what you really want. But I can tell you, those are the stuff. Usually I did this, the grid mode, and the one picture mode, and sorting. Those are pretty much the stuff that I use all the time under library module. Now, let me show you what is this function about. Now, right now, I'm in one picture mode, right? If I do the grid mode, you see that? It will grid. I usually make it like thumbnail to 10. Change it to the scale to 10. So I know that when you look at it, you see the number. And then we see the how many pictures, 267. Now, this one also, you can select what is shown and something like that, right? And then it also shown, I will show it to you later how to set it up on this one. But first of all, you just try to see the grid mode. It's showing all the photos, right? And then single, just single. But most of the time, what I've used, I will using this, what is solid. Now, if I capture time, that will be from what I'm taking the time, this time frame, right? And then you just like continue all the, whatever the time. So I always keep it in capture time mode. So this is pretty much a library module I use. Picture capture time mode, load it, all the photo. I pretty much look at how many photo I have it in here, 276. When everything is good, and then I change it to the develop module. Right. Now you can say that it's the same, pretty much the same, right? And then we see that, and this how you select it. But most of the time I would just use a single. This one, don't worry about it right now. It's a comparison. And then there's a before and after, right? Those are the stuff that I really don't, you don't really use it right now, but this is the one that I use most of the time. And this, you can see that this is what we call a picker. The first one is yes. The second one with an X is no. What does that mean? Right? If this is the photo, now this is the highlight, this is the first photo. Right? If you think, all right, this is the one that I like. Right? Let me show you. And then this one, if I get, all right, this picture, I like it, you just click it. You see that there's a flag in there? Right? But if you say that, oh no, I've been mistaken, you can hit it again, it will on. But when I look at it, seems like they are not looking each other. You know, this is not a good one. You can just put an X to that. I said, no, I don't want to follow. They will be trash. So they go to the next one. And then, all right, now I can just make it larger. I just learned. First of all, when I look at this one, I don't need to worry about what is focus or whatever. I will know that no good, X. Right, when you hit again. So, and then you go to the next one. And then you just, well, pretty much okay. All right. And then you just click yes.
老师，那个 pick 那个你选的那个有一个 shortcut 键或者哪个 key 吗？
对，我之后再来讲。现在我就来说什么最快的情况。主要是the major one, you don't need to concern a lot. Right now, your purpose is just like a quick select. You don't need to worry about, how about this trash barrel in here, this guy. You just roughly think that, all right, this is okay. You just put a pick to it. And then, all right, this one, yeah, not bad. Okay, like X, well, pick, and then pick for P. Just pick them all, right? And then you don't need to worry about all the same. As long as they are not out of focus or really not looking at you, seeing it's really trash, you just like trash. Otherwise, you just pick on that. Now, I can show you what it is. Right now, you just, if you go on this one and go to that, go to this and go to that, is it like too far away? Now, there's a shortcut. Now, let me show you the shortcut. Now, the pick P, letter P is for pick. And then the X, it's just like delete. So you can use your hand, try to P and X, right, to do that, and then just back and forth, right? So pick and select. And then you use the arrow key to scroll through the picture, left and the right, and then you just go left and the right. But there's no way too far away, right? So there's a key, this one. It's also same as P. So that's why you can do it quick. I would just usually, I just use the 2 finger in here. When I do this one, I will pick, and this one will be delete, and then use this to go through left and the right to select, just select the photo. So I just like go this left and the right, and then use this. So I'm using just your hand. I don't need to use the mouse, right? So that is the quick and easy way to do it. Now, let me see. And then reset everything, and then do it. Now, if I start it over again, now I will see whether I can show it. All right, minimize that. Oh. Window. All right, so now I try to do it. And now you can also, one thing, if you want to click on the photo, you see the magnifying glass, if you click it, it will enlarge to it. You can use the mouse to move it up and down, try to do it, or you can just in here to try to look at it, right? But there's a shortcut, space bar. If you hit the space bar, see, you will just enlarge it, do it just like quicker. All right, so now I can say the first one, I just like, I already know that, okay, they're not looking at each other. So, and then I put an X, right? X, see that? And then I'll just move the next one. She's also not looking, X, and then this one, P, and then, okay, I just click on it. They are all looking good. This one, again, she's not looking, right? So no matter what, this is trash anyway. So I will X, and then this one, maybe okay. I know there's a guy next to it, and then okay. And then now, can you see that? There are some selects, some are not. But sometimes, if you're not sure, let's say, all right, this one I pick, and then this one pick, and then this one, maybe if you're not sure, you can just skip it. It's called an unpick. You can skip it. Now, you already learned pick and delete. Now, if you have all this photo, you remember we have 250 something photo, whatever, right? So now look at this one. In here, the right-hand side, you see the sorting? When you click on the sorting, it's like the filter. You just say that, all right, show me only the good one. See that? These are the photos that you select. And then you can say, show me the delete one. You delete 2 photos. See? So now, because if you can do it quick on that, so now you don't need to concern with the rest of the photo, right? So now you can just work on this photo. Now this is the second pick. So now you can just make it a smaller, right? And then you just look at the detail now. And then, all right, he is not really looking. So this is not really a good one. And then, but you know, so, and then you just go to the next one. All right, this one seems like okay. So now, what do we do? You see all this? This stuff. 1 star is, you can do a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The last one, nothing, no shortcut. So now, if you are hitting the letter, the kind of 1, if you do like this photo, you hit 1 star. If you hit 2 star, you see this bottom, you show 2 star, 3, 4, 5. Now 6 will be the color. But most of the time, I don't do that. Now the 0 is just like erase. Now, most of the time, this is what the second pick. So I think this one is good. I just put a 1 and then I jump to the next one. All right. So because this one, there's one guide in here. So this one also good. I put a 1. And next one. Yeah, kind of okay. It is. All right. So okay, I put a 1. And then so far this one, because I'm in there. So you just put a 1. Now, because this one, we're all not looking. So forget it. So now when you go to the sorting, you see the flag, and then you can tell me, show me the one with 1 star. Boom. It's down to like 4 photos. Can you see the point now? So you can sort it out from a lot of photos and then down to the stuff that you really need. So instead, if you, the old time, you don't use sorting, you would just like go through, let's say the end of the photo, right? Let me see, you have like 200 something photo, right? This one, all right, this one, I kind of like it or whatever. And then maybe this one is good. So just put a pick for that, pick, right? And then if you want to go back to the first photo, you have to go through it all the way down. And then, all right, you just work on this one. And then you just scroll through with all those delete and all kind of stuff. But if you sort it out, show them, all right, show me the pick photo. You see that? You only go through a small amount of photo. Now, if you think that this one is good, and then you can just turn it one more. So you just work around with only the small amount of photos. You don't need to go back and forth a lot. So any questions so far? So this is the way I sorting out photos. So then be quick. If you are given thousands and thousands of photos, you can just scroll through from left and the right and then just scroll through the photos. You see that? You will go left and the right quick to look at all the photos and use a pick, delete, and try to do it. And then select after you do the first pick, and then you just go to the second pick. Right? But sometimes I don't really go to the second pick. If I think that this one is the one really I like, let me see now. If I think this is really one the one I like, again, because I'm using flash in here. I know the flash, I have a daylight. So I'm daylight, all right? And then I auto, and I change it. You see that? Change it. And then I get quick. And then if I think this is the one that I really like, I really don't go and put a star in it. I would usually put in with a red, call it like number 6. If I hit 6, and this is the final photo that I'm going to export. Right. If this one, no, because before, oh, sorry, I just hit one by mistake. Now, before I have this photo already added and editing, right? And then jump to this one, I use previous, it's automatically change editing for me. And then I just crop it a little bit. Oh, they wanted their family. So now if I do 6, now these are the photo that I'm really going to export. Now, when I finish, I can just hit the sort out, and these are the photo that I'm going to send out. So I don't need to deal with a lot Oh, I don't need to deal with a lot of this of the other stuff. I don't need to deal with a lot of the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So this is the way that I'm using the sorting technique. Any questions so far?
Yes, when you delete, it doesn't delete from a hard disk, right?
Yeah. And then when you see that the delete, now if I just shut off editing, I just said tell it that show me the delete stuff. These are the two photos that is you said it's delete, but they are not delete. They're just like ready to trash. It's kind of ready to trash. Right? If you look at it now, there are 276 photos, right? Because
but
if you select
they are
this
still on the disk, right?
They still on the disk, nothing. Now, if you really want to delete, let's say you want to delete this photo, right mouse. Can you see that? Delete, delete. Where the hell is the delete? Delete, delete, delete. Do they have that?
Remove.
No, no. I just hit the delete key. Hit the delete key of the keyboard. Right? When you hit delete, you see that? They said it called remove from Lightroom. Right? If you hit this one, the photo is still in the hard drive. They just remove from Lightroom. Now, if you 100% delete it, you will hit the delete from this. That means this photo will 100% delete from your hard drive. But do you going to delete? I always delete it. If this photo, let's say if this photo, right? This guy is not looking, this woman is not looking, why you keep the photo? Right? I will 100% and hit the delete key, right? Hit the delete key, I will 100% hit the delete key and delete from the disk. Now pay attention, 276. Now if I hit the delete from the disk, and then 275. Now that photo is totally deleted from my drive. You don't have it anymore. So when you delete it, I always recommend delete from the disk, not remove from Lightroom. But of course, you make sure that is the photo that you really want to delete, like this one. Why keep it? Right. So is it clear about delete stuff? And any question about this sorting thing?
有一个问题，老师，你下面那些红的、黄的、绿的、蓝的 （purple）。So how come on my computer I don't see it? Where do you get all these colorful things?
You mean this?
No. At the bottom of the monitor where you're working. Yeah. Remember you hit that red stop?
Yeah.
The red?
Yeah. Remember what I mentioned before?
Yeah.
If you have a little bit different from this one, go to the right-hand side, click on this one. You see the color label? If I delete the color label, it's missing. Right? I see. And then you just turn on the rating, it will missing. You have to go to this one, rating, turn on, and then color.
So select the color label.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to go here and turn on what you want to see.
I see. Yeah, I saw that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the quick way to do it. And then now this is side thing, right? If you now when I first, this is the first photo that I'm taking. Right? I'm using the flash. Right? Why everybody is not looking? Right? And this one, and it's not really pay attention because actually she is taking photo. Actually, I'm not really paying attention now. It's even she's looking down. Right? This is the strategy. When you're taking photo for a group, because I have the flash, I have all the setting and editing. I would try it out without everybody looking at me. I would try it out. All right, in my flash, okay, because now the back is so bright. I setting, and then this photo, I keep checking. After I think, yep, pretty much okay, and then I just tell everybody, look at me. Now, if you're taking photo like this, have everybody look at you, and then you just change, and all this thing takes too long. Everybody have no patience. So that's why you have to beginning, you have try to set up all your camera. When you're all ready, I just like, okay, I just shoot one and then just one. And then everybody look at me one more time, make sure in case somebody blink in the eyes. And then this guy showed up, and then I just also taking two. You see that? And then end up, somebody is not really, and then you can say this guy behind or whatever. So you just take a couple of this. And then I just like, one, this guy, somebody taking photo for us, right? And then when I'm shooting for this couple, I have the same thing. One, actually, this one is testing because she's shooting one, right? So always is getting ready and then have them, look at the camera and shooting. So now this is all the sequence. Now, if I do all right, this two photo, I would just pick this one. And then it's my wife. And then I can go back and forth. And then this one, at first I try to do it under the shade. So now this one, I don't really like it because they really want to see the family. So I just pick, you see that? Let me show you. No, and then I do pick and I do next one, and then I just do the two, and then they are pretty much the same. Now, because this one, you see the girl is looking up, so that one, definitely, this is no good. So you think, and then this one is good, but better than nothing. So you just pick one, and then use the arrow key, one. I think this one is good, because this one, the kid is not looking. So now you can see that. And then this one, now you know that if you are not sure delete or not, just skip it. You just like move to the next one. And then this one, no, not really. No. So nothing. So see, maybe. So this is how you can quickly just scroll through all the pictures. Right. And then this one I kind of liked. Maybe, yeah. Not really, yeah. This one, blinking eyes, nothing. Now, when you see this one, it's really out of focus. So you notice it definitely your trash. Right. This one, nothing really excited. And then this one, maybe. Now you see that? I can really quick and scroll through all the pictures. They are all pretty much the same. You don't need to a lot of attention to that just quickly. So this one definitely no good. Yes. Yeah, this one is not clear, so definitely no good. And then the kid, let's see, you can go back and forth. I see, maybe now back and forth, try to wait. Now this one, I want to see the sky. Now, you see how quick, right now I already have 60, I already go through 62 photo, right, 62. Now if I saw it and have them show me the filter, the filter, that thing, from 62, I went down to like 30. That now you just try to work on all this photo now. You just like, right, and then daylight, yellow, something like this. when you think that is okay. And then put a 6. 6 is like red. This one, you just previous. No, it's just 6. I put a 6. See, that's how quick you can just scroll through all the pictures. And then 6. Now, if you think everything is okay when you saw it, show me the red one. You set it down to like 5. Now you can export it. Can you see that how quick it is? So when you sort out a lot of the photos. Any questions so far? And then next week I can show you how you can change out the photo a lot. And what do you mean a lot? And let me see. Now, if all these photos, they are pretty much the same. Right? All these photos, they are pretty much the same because it's the same background and everything. How can you edit all these photos at the same time? Right? If you have 100 photos, you can edit 100 of them at the same time. So that's how quick you can edit all these photos. Questions?
Question， 老师，我想问一下，就是这个是 Lightroom 的 basic class 哈，就是你的Lightroom 是有 basic、intermediate、advanced， 还是你就直接 finish 这个 basic 就会 move on to 什么 Photoshop 还是怎么样？
Well, 我觉得差不多 the basic feature is all this. You can say that the basic feature, most of the photo in the old time, the darkroom, it's just like the color, cropping, and the brightness. Pretty much is what you usually do, the basic photos. So you pretty much is all covered. And down the road, because I can say they're more advanced, it's like you can use the curve. You can see that you can use curve to change, all these things. So this is more than just the basic stuff. Now you can use the color, HSL, to individually change the color and then the brightness of the stuff. And then afterward, all the way down, the more it down and down, you really don't use a lot, but those are more advanced to it. And then later you have to like patching, and then this is the brush masking. It's more complicated. So all this you can consider advanced. But I'm going to teach you all about all this. But right now, you just basically familiar with all this. And then just every photo, you try to shoot it right, and then less editing and cropping, and that's it. And then the rest will be like bonus. Okay? So is there any question even in the past? Because I kind of mentioned, got to do a little review on all this previous class. But Paul mentioned is you guys can go to look out the video. But if you have any question about all this, like dehaze, texture, clarity, or whatever, vibrant, all this, you can ask me. I can explain again or something anytime. Okay? If there's no question, so save a lot of time instead of speaking two languages. 没有言可以stop recording now, I think.
OK。